So because of where I decided to hitch, which is I walked out of Ghost Ranch's driveway, it just seemed like it would be a better place than taking the trail. But I either had to backtrack or I had to walk this highway. So I chose the highway. It's a decent shoulder though. For the most part, cars will get over. I think you just have to pay attention and make sure that cars see you. And be willing to jump off in the grass if needed. It's not really a bad ditch. And a lot of times I'll wave, especially if like cars noticeably get over. Full moon right there. We're pretty close to full, which means I'm gonna have a spotlight on my tent for most of the night. So I'll sleep like this. If I was a night hiker person, it'd be a good night for it. But I'm not. So, it's pretty though. Just trying to figure out how many calories I had in Avaki, if that's how you say it. And I think it was over 2,000. So I ate a beef burrito that was pretty meaty. So I'm guessing that was, I don't know, at least 500 maybe. And then I had a cherry Coke, which was like $2.20, and I also had a regular Coke, which was also $2.20, I believe. And then I had a Ben and Jerry's Tonight Dough, which was like $1,130. So, I mean, that's like over 2,000 calories. It's pretty good. I felt pretty good coming out here for the first little while. The guy who drove me back to trail was actually headed to Pagosa Springs, which is funny, to help out his daughter and son-in-law who have a house there, I guess, that they are working on, and they also Airbnb. Small world. I found love. Come with me, my springtime girl. Let me play with your hair and its curls. I found just like cattle. I found love. There's one out there. There it goes. Ooh, he's got big antlers. There's two. Sending my first and only resupply box, unless you count my shoebox that I sent to Ledor, but I don't count that. I got the flat rate shipping. Alright, mailed myself a box to Pie Town, walking my way out of Cuba. I think I'm gonna stop at the gas station, maybe use their bathroom. Might need to pick up some batteries for my headlamp. I just don't know how much longer it's good for. It's the bummer about not having a rechargeable headlamp. But the weather at the moment seems better than expected. There's possible rain later, but it's kind of nice and cool, partially cloudy. Hopefully it's a good day. Almost done with my little over 4-mile road walk out of Cuba, on my way to Grants.
There's no time to look back now. There's no time to look back now.
Looking pretty stormy out there. Hoping, like you can see a wall of rain, but I'm hoping clouds are moving in a way that they don't come over here. Been hearing thunder. I mean, I started hearing it at the spring, so probably for the last hour or so. It's like 4:30. I knew that rain was in the prediction for Cuba for about 6. But I'm like, I don't know, 15-ish, 16 miles south of Cuba. Seems to be staying over there for now. It's really hard to tell which way the clouds are moving. Hoping and praying they just stay away. I don't want to get rained on. But we saw in the news this morning, man, coming up here, it might be this weekend, like Saturday, Sunday. Ooh, there was some lightning. Stay over there. More rain Saturday, Sunday, I think, in the Grants area, which I'll be in Grants, I think Saturday. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, yeah, should be there Saturday. There's also, I believe, some flash flood warnings, which that's a little scary. Not really sure how to prevent against that. I mean, I guess maybe camp a little higher if possible, but if it's not till Saturday, I should be coming into Grants Saturday. So even if, it's a torrential downpour, and I just get soaked, I will be into Grants. And, we'll most likely stay the night then. Maybe 2. Woo! That was a good bolt. Still pretty far out, though. So, but if it moves this way, a little scary. But yeah, I should be into Grants, so I'll be able to at least dry out, get warm. Won't get soaked and then have to spend the night on trail. Be sweet if I could catch a lightning bolt. Seems a little unlikely though, doesn't it? But you never know. If I hold my camera up long enough. Just edit it. Come on, lightning. Maybe I shouldn't say that. Stay away, lightning. Okay, now there's a little flicker, but no bolt like there was just a minute ago. The lightning's so cool, but very terrifying. There was I don't know if I mentioned this, it was several weeks ago now, probably 2 or 3 weeks ago. There was some hunters that went missing, either on or very close to the CDT, and turns out they believe they got struck by lightning, or the tree that they were sheltering under got struck by lightning. Beautiful but deadly. Pretty nasty. I'm hunkered next to a cliff of where the storm's coming from, and hoping just sort of that the bulk of this passes by fairly quick. Not really sure what else to do. There's nowhere really to set up a tent, and it'd just be too windy and gross, man. I couldn't. The ground's too soft here, so hopefully I don't have to stand here for too long. Pretty sure the sun's about to come out, which is wild. That storm was fairly crazy. Thank God it didn't last too long, because I was just stuck basically by that cliff wall. There wasn't much to do, I don't think. I think I made the right call, stop hiking and just found some protection and waited out and just sort of prayed and sort of sang worship songs and sang prayers. It was like, what else can you do? It's crazy. Just nature humbles you. There's nothing to do, right? It's just like, okay, there's a big storm, there's lightning, there's no real protection. There's no real protection, and you're not supposed to hide under trees or anything. You know, setting up my tent might save me from getting wet, but it's not going to save me from lightning. Wild. Thank God the sun's going to come out too. My shorts and legs and feet are wet. It looks maybe okay. Getting some sun rays. I don't know if you can really see. The sun's about to come out. There's still some thunder in the area, but hoping everyone else out here fared okay. I was praying for all the other hikers too, because I know at least Young Blood and 15 and Upstate headed out today, and Crop Duster and Duchess and Pussycat I saw yesterday. So they might got hit with the storm, and I'm sure there's others as well. So thank you, Jesus, for protecting me, and thank you that the sun's gonna come back out. Praise God. Can almost guarantee that this stream was not here an hour ago. This is what they mean by flash flooding. It just starts pouring.
There's no time to look back now. There's no time to look back now. I can't tell you won't listen. He's the one with the only wisdom. Please just ask him and he'll tell you. He will give you
sun's starting to come up. I was up at 4, decided that was too early, and then got up a little after 5, made coffee, packed up, and headed out at 6, which at this point in the trail is my headlamp. So kind of fun. It's just hard to, I was still tired, like I probably could have fell back asleep. But seemed like maybe a good idea to try to push for a big day today and tomorrow, to possibly get into Grants earlier Saturday to avoid weather. But it's really hard to say because the weather changes, and by the time Saturday rolls around, there could be no storms, or they could be worse, or they could get moved up till Friday night, so gotta roll with the punches, take them as they come. Gonna try to do, not really sure, over 30. From where I camped, there's 7 miles to the water, and I think it's like 15 to the next, and then like another 17 or 18 to the next. So some bigger stretches, and I think I was going to try to get to that one at least. Maybe it's like 34 miles from where I camped. We will see. I see a hiker in the distance. I saw their headlamp earlier. Must have been breaking camp. My guess is it's 15. We'll see. Pretty sure this is not normally here. This is all just dried, and it's just from the rain that happened yesterday, which this is like a full-on river. That's nuts. Thankfully it wasn't too deep, and the bottom actually was not. Like, I was a little nervous it'd be sinky, and it wasn't. It's pretty okay. So wet feet now, but crazy. Again, this is, I'm pretty sure, usually dry. Just a dry stream bed. Made my 30 by 6, which is good. However, I got at least 4 miles and then to the next water, and I think at that 4 miles it's like 0.4 possibly off trail to the spring, and I don't really have enough water to camp. So I will be ending my day by headlamp, which is just how I started it. Alright, I found some camp by the water source. It's So I probably did I think I did 34 and a half trail miles. Plus the side trail was 0.4. So almost 35 miles. Pretty long day. Just crawled under that fence, which is what I did last night too, in the dark, by headlamp. Made it down the trail. It's kind of like a cliff, which was a little scary by headlamp, but kind of cool too. There's water, overflowing cistern with a pipe flowing more water into it. So that was good. And then I sort of explored around the area by headlamp and climbed over a different barbed wire fence and found some flat spots for camping. So, quite the adventure. Last night, really didn't hike that late. It was probably 8, but I mean, it gets dark at 7. It's probably sleep by 9, and it was hard to get out of bed. I was pretty tired, which I slept pretty good. So that's a bonus of being pretty tired, doing big miles. And really today, if possible, another big day would be great. It's got that weather coming tomorrow. Trying to beat out, get into town before it starts storming. Be nice if I got service at some point to check, see when the weather's supposed to start tomorrow, see how much time I get. So I didn't start moving till I left the cistern just a little bit ago. It's after 7, a little after 7, maybe 7:20 or something. It's not as early as the start as yesterday, but that's okay. We get some good miles in. Also, we got about 25 miles to the next water. It's a little far. It's the farthest carry yet, which would have been nice to start out earlier because the sun is about to come up over them trees. But I was too tired. It's okay. I have 2 liters of water and 20 ounces of coffee. And hopefully that's enough. I would have never taken that little amount in the past, but we'll see. Hopefully it's good. I did drink a decent amount of water at the cistern, and I don't know, it stays cool for a while, so I feel like I can get in some good miles, and I feel maybe I don't drink enough water, but I've been able to get by pretty okay on roughly a liter for 10 miles. We'll see. I might show up thirsty. Well, I got 28.8 roughly. I think that's kind of without counting the side trail I have to go back up, so around 29. About 21 miles to town, which I was hoping to get closer than that, but I was just pretty tired all day. I'm pretty achy, especially my right leg and foot and ankle. So I stopped at about 6. There's a decent campsite, some protection from trees. They've been up high since last night, so that's kind of cool. Just being some pine trees. The high desert is okay in my book. It's the low desert that I struggle with a little more, I think. Just hot and barren and tan. Here there's pine trees and it's not so bad. So 21 into Grants, probably going to get hit with part of the storm unless I get up real early, which maybe I'll try to do, but we'll see. And then we'll, depending on the weather, might do the 0, which technically I'm kind of due. It's been about 2 weeks since Pagosa, so we'll see. Moving right along through New Mexico. Well, it's just after 5. Trying to get out. Looks like it might already be raining. I think it is. But just trying to beat the bulk of the storm at 11. Some night hike, early morning. Fabled faucet. Just in the middle of nowhere. Let's see if it works. Oh yeah, water. Alright. It's 10 o'clock in the AM. And I did 14.1 by 10. Makes a little difference when you start off at 5 in the morning instead of 6:30 or 7. But getting close-ish to Grants. Got a road walk coming up here that might be kind of long, so I might not actually be that close. My guess would be I probably still have at least 2 hours to get in, but I ran into the raccoons, which I saw them heading north in the basin, and I guess they got up to Leadore, Idaho, and the weather, they said, kind of looked like it looks around here, but just much colder and probably snow. And I guess they had missed this section of trail for some reason and flipped back down to do this, and they'll finish up Montana another year, it sounds like. So that was interesting. Running into them was wouldn't expect to see them again, so it's very crazy just how different people do the trail. You know, it might seem, at least to me, like a fairly standard way to do it, but then all these other people are just flip-flopping all over the place, and you're like, oh, I'll never see them again. And someone else, is just like, oh yeah, well, I just skipped ahead because of whatever, and you're like, okay. People do this trail all kinds of crazy ways. Road walking into Grants. So far I've had 2 cars just pull over and ask if I want to ride. Which is pretty nice, but I can't do it. Gotta walk it.